Overconfident Sports, back at it. What's happening?
I mean, today we gonna talk about how we perceive the Utah Jazz.
So the Utah Jazz are having a great, and I mean a great start to the season. 24-5. I believe they are second or third in the West right now. I believe they are.
I thought they were first.
They are first, actually.
Yeah.
They're the first in the West. So as of today, and they're doing a great job. They're being coached by, I believe, what was their coach's name?
Oh my God.
Mike
Quinn
Malone.
Snyder.
Quinn Snyder.
Quinn Snyder.
I was confusing him with the Milwaukee Bucks coach for a second, but
That's Budenholzer.
Budenholzer. They're Denver. Mike Malone is
Denver's
Denver.
Mike Malone.
Bro, the coaches, man, they all three look the same. It's like Mike Budenholzer and Mike Malone, bro. They look so similar. It's
Okay.
crazy. I confuse them all the time. But no disrespect though. You know, that's just a genuine mistake.
Okay.
You know, but Utah Jazz are having a great, and I mean great start to the season. You know, 24-5, first in the West. In the West, you know, because the whole West is best thing. But you know, I think that is it. What do you think of that though? I think because we've seen this before.
I think it's a fluke.
A fluke? Are you a fluke? Like a fluke? Like
Yeah, like I think it's too good to be true. Just because
okay.
I know Utah Jazz can be a great regular season team, but I'm a big proponent of the playoffs.
Yeah.
Everything is exposed in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So if you can't get Rudy Gobert to be an offensive threat in the playoffs, you're not gonna win. So I see them as a high seed that can get knocked off by a Phoenix.
So they're kind of like the Lob City Clippers. It's like they made all the runs in the regular season, but they couldn't put it together. Or like the Milwaukee Bucks for the past 2 years.
Yes, 100%.
I feel like they're more like the Milwaukee Bucks though, in a sense, right?
Oh yeah.
Modern NBA. You know?
Like the way their team's constructed.
Yeah.
I get that. But no, I give all the credit to the world to Donovan Mitchell. As a defensive player, all the credit to the world to Rudy Gobert. But as far as a reliable second scoring option, Jordan Clarkson's balling out.
Yeah, he's great. Like I'm really happy for Jordan Clarkson. Genuinely, like after he left LA, I'm happy he's not a player that couldn't find his role. He's found his role. He got his money, so he got paid. You know, he's a great sixth man. Might be sixth man of the year. Like it's what it looks like. I don't know who else, so it's what it looks like. He could be sixth man of the year. Just calling it out.
Yeah, I remember he dropped 40.
Jeez, off the bench.
Yeah, off the bench a couple of
That's
times
some Lou
ago.
Will type shit.
So
that's Lou Will.
That's remarkable.
Amazing.
But with that being said, I think Utah just doesn't have. They have the defensive assets to lock down the top teams in the NBA, but they don't have the scoring power to compete. I think.
No, definitely. I think that, and to kind of give my perspective, I don't want to be confused for any type of hate or any type of disrespect. I respect Rudy Gobert. You know, I'm really happy. You know, he got his money. But here's the issue: Utah Jazz have locked themselves into their roster. 5-year, $205 million. That's a hefty contract and salary cap. You cannot. Because see, here's the thing though: if they make any changes to their roster, it's not going to improve because they need to add a piece.
True.
They need a piece to add. They can't let stuff go because it's a great bench. Say whatever you want, Joe Ingles. He's a great player.
Joe Ingles solid.
Yeah. Like tough, you know, but they have a great bench. They have a great second, third unit, so they've locked themselves in with that contract. Like 5-year, $205 million. You can't sign another big free agent. That's why that was their only free agent signing this summer. So I'm not saying Rudy Gobert doesn't deserve money. He absolutely deserves it. But from a team perspective, it's not the right move because you have no money. Because we know anytime a player has a good season, they're gonna go for that max contract. We know it.
Yeah.
So I mean, look at Christian Wood. Didn't get a max contract, but got a good contract.
Yes.
60-70 million. Well deserved.
True.
But you need to pay that money. They don't have that money anymore. So they put themselves in a lock, and really, this roster, look, in all honesty, they're not going to make any moves before trade deadline. I'm telling you right now. They have no ability to. Because if they do, they're screwing up two things: team chemistry and salary cap.
That's true.
So I think Donovan Mitchell, is the alpha, the leader, not alpha, but the leader of that team. He is the heart and soul of that team. Jordan Clarkson is the second offensive unit that team needs. But Donovan Mitchell needs help. Because I'll put it to you this way. He's a point guard.
No, because I think what the Utah Jazz screwed themselves up on was relying on Mike Conley to be their primary second or third option.
Yeah.
Which Mike Conley is.
He's a good player.
He's a good player, solid.
He's not fulfilling expectations.
Yes.
He's not being that support system in Donovan Mitchell that he needs. Great person, great locker room guy. He's not. He is still a starter in the NBA. He is. But on a championship team, for what the Utah Jazz need right now, they need more from Mike Conley. That's what we're saying.
Yeah, they need Memphis Mike Conley. They need Memphis Marcus Gasol, Zach Randolph type Mike Conley.
I don't think they're gonna get that though, because you got to give him the ball.
Exactly. Well, they could give the ball to Mike Conley and put him in pick and roll situations.
It's like how some rhythm players they need to have the ball in their hands at all times. You know what I'm saying?
I get that.
He needs to be their primary, but Donovan Mitchell is that. And Donovan Mitchell has proven that he excels in that.
I don't even think Mike Conley needs to be a primary scorer. I just think Mike Conley needs to find his footing with the team, which I think, judging by their record, they have.
Yeah, definitely. But, we've seen this before. We saw this in the bubble. They haven't been able to do it in the playoffs, so we'll have to wait and see. I mean, they're basically, in a sense, right now, they're hyped. They're a great team, but can they do this in the playoffs?
Yeah.
I don't think they'll be able to, because look at who they're going against.
Prove Shaq wrong.
What do you think of that, though, when he said that? Like how, Donovan Mitchell is not a superstar. He's a superstar, but he's not like a player that can take his team to a championship finals.
I don't think Donovan Mitchell. I don't think Donovan Mitchell's a superstar. I think he's a star, but
You better watch your fucking mouth before I fucking RKO you, Kyle.
Where he's going to, if he goes to another team, he can't be the first option. That's just how it is. I personally think, unless you have a second star that's equal to him.
So you don't think Shaq was hating?
No, I think no, because Shaq his point are valid, because he has 4 championships, but also he had another player that was either equal to him or was a grade below, which was Dwayne Wade and Kobe Bryant at the time.
I think Kobe was equal to him. Dwayne Wade was a grade below.
Yes, that's what I mean. So it's like, how can you really hate on what Shaq says when he has 4 chips? And Donovan, hate to break it to you, you haven't been out of the second round in what? You've only been in the league for 4 years?
4 years.
2016. So you kind of should. I wouldn't say you should take it as disrespect, but also motivation, because that's what Shaq does. He talks his shit. We've known this for years. That's just what he does.
That's what he does. But I think that kind of wraps it up. I think the Utah Jazz and Donovan Mitchell, their leader, still have a lot to prove. We have to wait and see what happens. Hey, but we're gonna hang in there. Let's see how they do. Let us know.
We'll see y'all later. Comment, like, and subscribe.
Hit the notification bell.
And follow us on Overconfident Sports on Instagram. We'll see you later.
You guys know what it is. Peace.